have to replay this conversation.
Don't worry, guys. I just clicked the button. uh, do we have anything here? I think we are live now. Still like 5 minutes to go, but like you know
It's all
what?
good.
Who cares? Uh,
Hey, it's just like your execution, always early.
my execution is actually not early. It's just my exit is like fucking too early. It's the reverse now. Like I get in good spots, but it's like, oh god, just like what? Like 6 points? What did the market give? Like 60. Okay, motherfucker.
Oh no.
Yeah, it happens.
The favorite part about Jingle's stream is that he doesn't even start the stream by saying hello to people. He just clicks play.
Shut the fuck
we're
up.
already in
Let
mid-conversation.
let me do a proper intro. Like I don't do proper intro and shit. I don't even know like if folks can hear me right now. Like, is there anybody on the stream who's actually listening to it and who can confirm that you can hear me, Adam, and Jay? And then we'll probably proceed with saying a hello to them. Otherwise, fuck off. If it's not working yet. Sound is cool. Yeah, that's good. Okay,
Probably
perfect.
just scared the shit out of people. They all had this minimized, expecting it to start playing at around 2 p.m. and you decided to fuck their day up and start at 5 minutes early.
Ha ha ha. I do whatever I want. Okay.
You just have this Indian guy screaming at them through their speakers.
I know. I need to turn my mic down. Okay. You can hear Adam and Jay as well too, right? I'm deaf now. Oh god.
I have a Spanish friend and a Czech one too. Can you guys hear me? This is Jay.
Yeah, you can hear them all. That's perfect. So I'm going to speak a little softly and yeah, whatever. Hello everybody. Welcome
I want you
to
to turn us up.
turn you up. How would I do that? Is there something on Discord I need to
Yeah, you could right-click our images and slide that up and down.
Oh.
Right-click that kid with that beautiful hair. That deep Filipino tan.
Get out of here. You know what? You need to get those
I'd right-click you all day.
the big hair back,
That's
the
right.
long ones. Adam, you need to bring
Are
them
you
back,
actually
man.
growing your hair back out? Because like that's
I
a
am
choice.
growing my hair back
so-
out. It's long now.
Yeah, they have to be white, gray, That's the real Adam set. OG.
Yeah.
Are you gonna dye it again? Because that was pretty fucking
No.
sick.
I'm not gonna
No.
dye it again.
Oh god.
You're gonna give me that 2017 Adam look.
The OG.
Yeah, the OG. Hell yeah.
Before I left the TO, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. That was a good look.
Oh god. Okay, so guys, how's your trading day been so far? Are you actually trading?
Trade, and that was it. No, this was a mess.
Yeah.
Rollover, not a fan of.
Yeah.
Kind of just wait till everything switches over to 1, and from there I'll go. I'll take minor plays, but it's not really worth my headache.
I actually missed the morning and I took one trade near the low. I got an average of 42.36, not 35, and I closed it not that long ago, probably like 10, 15 minutes ago maybe.
Nice, yeah.
CSE.
Yeah. I mean, Adam, you're in that Discord, right, with Casey? Did you
Yeah.
see it all planned out?
I did. I saw the aftermath in your notes. I saw that one.
Yeah. Yeah, his work is pretty solid. Dude's got a big fucking brain. So basically, if you were to take Jingle and just invert that, like if you were to take Jingle and multiply it by a factor of -1, you would get Casey.
Get out of here. Get
It's
out
a
of
lot of
here.
information.
It is a lot of information. Like I don't know how he does it. I'm joking, Jingle. I think
that's
you and
fine.
Casey have the same execution skills.
Okay, by the way, just the person who just spoke is Jay's voice. The voice you're hearing right now is my voice, Jingle. And Adam, please introduce your voice as well so people actually know who they're listening to.
Hey everybody, this is Adam. Adam Set, Professor Set.
Professor Set. That's
Happy
right.
to be here.
All right.
Yes. Jingle sounds Indian. I sound like an asshole. And Adam sounds like the kind of guy that would give you his jacket and an umbrella in the rain.
Exactly.
Let me just
That's a
recap
good way
that
to
for
phrase
everyone.
it. That's a really good way
Yes.
to phrase it.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
I tell you to fucking walk your ass. Be like, sounds like Set and Jay are talking through a pillow.
Oh god.
Oh no.
That is Jingle stream audio, not us. I promise.
I don't know, man. Like, what's the thing with this Discord? Why the sound has not been like configured properly? Desktop audio.
Can we talk about Discord for a second as a company?
It,
That is a company that I would buy the shit out of almost instantly.
Agreed.
Microsoft bought it, huh?
No.
They did. Didn't they like
Microsoft
make the
bought
offer?
Skype, bro.
Oh. I thought they made an offer for Discord. I don't know if the deal go through or as well. I knew I read somewhere like months ago that they offered like 10 billion or something.
We need that fact checker like Joe Rogan has.
I need a young Jamie in the chat.
Yeah.
Jamie, pull that up. Oh my god.
Okay,
But,
Microsoft
yeah,
announced in April 2018 it'll provide Discord support for Xbox users.
Okay, yeah, we spoke about that a long time ago when we were gaming about how all these games should just be creating a temporary Discord server for every
But that was probably the problem people have with investing in Discord. It's like it's all just gamers, but you know our opinion on gamers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they did a really good job with Discord Nitro. Like, they actually don't offer that much. And yet everyone I know has Discord. In fact, if you send me a regular emoji, are you fucking poor? Like,
no, I gotta admit, I am a regular Discord user. Default everything.
Oh, you disgust me. Oh god, I don't even want to associate with you anymore.
You guys use Discord
Jingle,
more
how
than.
many viewers do you have?
I haven't
49
looked.
people. 50 now. Let's go.
I think more people are going to start tuning in. If I don't break how many viewers Leo
if
had,
we don't
I'm gonna
have
be pretty
300,
upset.
I'm gonna be a little upset.
Here we
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
51.
Your work
You
can
should better
feel
turn out
much
than
smoother.
Leo. I'm never coming on this show again. I'm going to delete my Twitter. Everyone can go starve to death, okay?
Oh no.
And classes canceled.
We need some people.
Joining the revolution.
Oh god, no. Folks, don't do that.
I'm
We
joking.
need people here.
Where's Jingle's little link? I gotta scroll down. Did Jingle even post it? No, Jingle didn't post the link yet. Dude, what is your pinned tweet? I'm sorry, you have a funding program for futures and forex traders? What is this? Who is this from?
Oh god.
Futures and forex trader funding?
I don't know, man. I made like $60 in commission, so I'm pretty happy. Rest of my tweets pay me 0. That one paid 60, so I'll keep that pinned. especially with the volatility that we are in right now, I'm pretty sure people will be needing funding.
Oh, you're so funny.
I wish, man, I was funny, a little bit more funny, but it's quite natural, just normal conversation. Oh god.
Okay, give me a link to tweet here.
I'm doing it.
Oh god.
I am just going to post the link right now.
How's your trading day going? You asked us and I never reciprocated because we're dicks.
Yeah, you're asking me, Jay?
Yes.
Okay, so I had like a really good week till yesterday. I had like 5-day good streak. So I've had like some bad memories coming into Fridays and like fucking everything up. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna possibly just watch and not trade today. But in the morning I just sat up, I watched the setup and like shit is just like melting down and down. And I'm like, okay, let's just like scalp a few micros here and there, and I make like, I don't know, a couple $100, and I'm just sitting, watching, chilling, just waiting for the week to get over, holding my PNL as support. So I don't.
Posting on Twitter all day.
Yeah, so I'm just like, just doing some shit here and there. Nothing major. Just took like couple scalps in the morning. I bought like NQ near 610. 20-30 points there. And then I bought 440. Yeah, and that's been about it. And haven't traded like after like the first hour and a half. So I know like opportunities were there, but I just like, I don't know, mentally I was like so fucked up. I was like, I know I'm possibly right on this trade, but I'm just gonna like practice a little patience, like not take it, just like get over this week. Like I've had like
Survive.
I know. It's like, your PNL has like a big giant spike dildo, and it's just like any other chart, like that gets faded. Like this morning spike, I didn't want that Friday to be my PNL. So that's why I was like 4335 was my PNL high of the week, and I'm like, okay, I'm just holding it here. Next week I'll hope more buyers come in. Yeah. I was like, okay. Or maybe I have, Jay and Adam coming onto the stream. If I just hold the PNL here, maybe we can have a short squeeze toward the end of the close if we catch some moves. But I've been like, just like practicing a little bit patience, like not trading, even though I see some trades. But I'm like, okay, just like get over with it. This week, I want to have a good weekend.
Over the course of this call,
yeah,
you're still not gonna enter a trade.
No, I will take some trades.
Hey. It's not a Jingle special unless
I always take like I'm so fucked up. Like the thing, like on my streams, whether there's a setup or not, I see a trade or not, I'll fucking enter something like a gamble, like a 1 micro or a 2 micro just for the thing, and then I get like sucked into the trade. I don't know. Some go well, some don't. But on average on stream, I'll probably be like, I don't know, break even kind of. Made money some days, made like just trading very small on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So people are still having trouble with the audio and hearing other people that aren't Jingles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up the gain on my microphone.
Yeah.
Adam, you might have to turn me down if you already have me at like a comfortable level.
I'll try that as well then.
Yeah.
Did I get louder? I definitely got louder.
Yeah, we definitely got louder. Yeah.
All right, let's tune this.
Okay, is this better now?
I think it's going to be better. I could tell that I'm louder. Jay got louder. Should be fine.
Yeah, I think I got way louder. God, I don't want to hurt people's ears because I'm so fucking animated.
I'm gonna like just tweak some settings here. Make the volume go down, so just fix and hit the sweet spot before people be like, because bad audio is kind of the worst thing that can happen on a stream.
And then it's stuck on the internet forever.
That's right. We'll check again. Like, this is the audio right now. Is my voice fine? Yes or no? I need the answer. We'll just go one by one. This is Jingle. How's my voice? Is it too loud, okay, or low? What's the vote on the chat? And what about Jay and Adam? Is my voice fine? Okay, good. So now let's turn over to Jay. Jay, okay, test your mic and let's see if your voice is fine.
I have an Indian friend and a check 1 2. A check 1 2.
Sultry.
Low. Unlucky. Okay, what about now, friends?
Good low levels. I'll give you another 10%, Jay. 110%. Okay.
A little Canadian, but good. Touche. That's a fair assessment.
Yeah. Okay. So Adam, you can go with your voice again, like if people can hear you fine.
Hi, this is Adam Set, and I'm here to make sure Jingle doesn't blow up today.
Oh god.
In the last 2 hours of trade.
You know what? Like let's do that thing. I'm gonna trade like, I don't know, fucking 3 ES with you two guys. And if I lose like, I don't know, $10,000, I'm gonna kill you.
Low. Why are you muting?
Dude, my gain is fucking cranked, bro. Like I cannot turn this thing up even higher.
Jingle should just bust us, slide us all the way to the right.
I know, Jay. I think you turned it up too much. You need to turn it down.
Oh well, what the fuck do you want from me, bro?
Just a little bit, yeah.
We need to hire a young Jamie. If we have any audio engineers inside of the chat, please hop on here, help Jingle.
I know,
I'll fly you
I
out
know,
to-
I know, I know.
I'll fly you out to Winnipeg or Manitoba. Where the fuck this kid lives.
Oh
It's
god.
cold as shit. Pack some clothing, some extra layers.
Oh man, but by next winter I'm gonna know if I'm gonna even stay in Canada and just like go fucking home. It's so cold,
Or are you
man,
getting
here.
deported?
Probably. If I
I'm
keep
joking. He's here legally.
if I keep trading the way I did, kept like last year, probably getting deported for that. Yeah, Adam needs to turn
Somebody
it
said
up a
great at-
little bit, just a
Great at
little
order
bit.
flow, but terrible at microphones. Our mics are fantastic. Okay, if you could see the setups that me and Adam have for our microphones, oh
Yeah,
boy.
you would not be blaming us. This is
Yeah,
Jingle's
yeah.
audio engineering.
Yeah.
I'll go a step louder. I hear myself getting louder.
Yeah,
And if this isn't enough, then
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah,
I hope
Adam-
you hear all the background noises.
yeah, Adam. Now it's better. I think Jay's fine is too. It should be okay now.
They're gonna hear my cat meowing. That's how like sensitive and loud this thing is right now.
Yeah. Slim's gonna close the door and it's gonna like echo for an hour through our mics.
It's like fucking 10 minutes and like we don't even have a clue not to talk about trading. We're just like fixing our audio. Jingle is like 2x louder than both. I'm gonna speak so softly in the stream now that our voice
That's
is
the
kind
jingle
of
I like.
that's the kind of like our
Less
voice
terrible.
is.
Oh my goodness.
Give me that ASMR. Just whisper into my ear, baby. Hell yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about, Adam. I'm just talking about I'm just gonna keep speaking very softly in the stream. Okay.
Oh my god, too much ASMR. Turn it off. Oh god.
Neck hairs are tingling.
I need to make some money
You're
over
gonna see
here.
Jingle on Booba TV soon.
I need to make some money over here, guys. Help me out. Oh god, I can't do this. Fuck you all. Keep.
Is this your entire setup that I'm viewing on your stream right now?
Nah, this is something I just make up for the stream. Like if I show you my entire setup, you'll probably see like why I trade so good. Information
Why I trade so
over information overload, baby. Like if you can see everything, I have like four 4K monitors. Imagine the pixels. how much I'm feeding.
Yeah,
4K
how's your new
monitors?
setup? Are you
It's-
enjoying that?
It's great, Adam. I really like it now. Yeah, 4. So I have two 4Ks stacked vertically, stacked one over the other horizontally, and then one vertical on one side and one on the other. I hope that makes sense.
Kind of makes sense to me. I'm gonna need you to send me a picture.
Yeah,
Paint the diagram. Draw a diagram and paint for the viewers.
yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's a good way to visualize it. That way, everyone in the chat can mimic your setup, so that they can have the same P&L. Make sure to let them know what keyboard and mouse you're using, what height your chair is at. You know. all
Oh
that good
God.
Shit. Yeah. The room temperature too. That's pretty funny. Yeah. So anyway, I flew home last night, so I'm pretty tired. And I have a question to all the Americans in the chat. Why do you guys call it the Midwest? It's not west of anything. Like we were flying over Michigan, and they were talking about the Midwest, and I'm like, the fuck? What do you mean? I actually like pulled
Oh
up my
yeah,
phone.
we're
and
actually
I was
all
like,
3 Canadians, so none of us can
Yeah,
even
yeah.
shed some light on this.
Like, dude, if you look at type in Midwest USA on a map, okay, and it's west of nothing, like west of New York or something. Like, what the fuck? It's the middle part close to the west. It's not close to the west whatsoever. Michigan is closer to New York than it is to California. West of the original East Coast colony states. What a joke! You guys didn't think to upgrade that or like update that in like, 140 years? It's ridiculous. Technically, we're all west of Europe. Makes me sick.
Appalachia.
Okay,
I haven't
okay.
even heard that word since like grade school.
That's the setup I'm
We
using.
have the East Coast and everything is West. That's hilarious.
Some funny followers.
Can you see this setup right there? I just posted on the
I
screen.
have your stream posted. Oh.
Prawn chart and dom.
I understand now.
Okay, so yeah, the left one on the with the prawn is kind of just tilted 30 degrees so I can see that shit. It's more on the periphery, but like this zone is kind of where I operate on. Like this is what I can see. Like that's all.
This guy says you trade from Microsoft Paint. I may as well just say yes and answer that for you.
Yeah, that's what I trade on. Yeah.
Okay, now the chart that you're displaying to the stream, is that on the top monitor or the bottom monitor?
That's right here.
Like I'm trying to live vicariously through you. I'm trying to understand. Oh, okay, that's where you put it.
Yeah.
I see.
This is where I got my
4K
DOM.
monitors?
Yeah, I have 4. So
That's a lot of pixels, bro.
I know. This I have divided into 4. I got my 1 minute here, 1 minute NQ over here, and then here 30 minutes. Here I have the profile. Here the NQ 30 minute, and crude oil 30 minute. I can't even see that thing that's so high. I just put it on the top. It's like gone way too much up, so that's the top spot, CL. That's where it sits. And other than that, I have just my DOMs here, NQ, one footprint here. Got a little bit of a Wix
Now you're
data.
talking my language.
Wix. I got my Wix shit here. Yeah, that's about it. A little bit of a longer term chart, like 8 hours here. A 2 hour here. And what I got? The NQ profile. Yeah, so I've got lots of pixels, but like it lets me see the main things I'm looking, but also like not having to shuffle, just looking at 2 markets. Like all this information is mainly 2 markets. Maybe a little bit of a Wix and crude oil, just a little bit. I can't even see shit. It's like too high. So.
Oh, you're trading crude too?
No, I just watch it. It's a new market for me, so I just like to see how it moves. You know, maybe in a year I'll have some unconscious pattern recognition in that market and not get fucked the way that moves.
Started watching crude over the last 2 weeks. So far, it only goes fucking up.
It's crazy.
That's my analysis over the last 2 weeks. It literally only goes in a vertical line.
I've seen it like crash like the other day, and that's the only thing on the depth of the market and the footprint that's like you can actually see like somebody's really smashing shit out. Like the way it sinks, even though it's out of my vision right up there, I see that giant fucking red dildo crashing into the ground, and footprint is just going. Did you saw that move we had from I don't know 115 to 103? Oh god, I saw that, and it's like losing $1 a second. Like 109, 108, 106, 105. It's like no bid. It's vacuum, and then it's 103, and I'm like, people are saying, okay, maybe they're gonna get 100 stops, and it just like fucking, they take everything, and I'm seeing that on the smaller tick chart, and it's just like all the offers just green back to 112 or something. It's just brutal, man, the way stuff is in that market. Even if I'm trading like 1 micro in that market, like I was thinking that similar day, I was thinking like, maybe you know what, I should just trade 1 micro there. And I think I'll just show you on the chart if I can.
Account blown.
Maybe I'll just trade 1 micro. Okay,
I know. Crude oil destroy.
5.
Okay, so
Next thing we know, we have to launch another rescue mission for Jingle.
oh my god, like that would have been unrescuable. Like,
He's like, Jay, can you start a GoFundMe for me? I'm like, no.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
start a GoFundMe.
crude. Where's that move? I'll show you. Like this candle right here, that's a 30-minute chart on crude. And this thing, like when it was like tanking, and this candle, right here before, like it was consolidating right here, right? You see all those 4, 5, 30-minute candles, higher lows. And I was thinking, you know what? I'll just buy 117 right here. Maybe I was thinking, I even tweeted out, like, looking to buy 117. And if I would have actually bought crude oil, right? I would have bought like 1 micro. And the way it like shit the bed before it would have like, and the way I react so fucking slow, like I would have had like a drawdown of $1,300 on 1 fucking micro, even if it was just 1 micro. If my bad habit of averaging is what?
Slowly. Instead of getting out, I would actually buy more.
Exactly, that's the fucked up part. You know what? I could have lost like, I don't know, $5,000 on that trade. It just bounced back, and I'm like, thank God I don't trade that shit. It's like trading for me. Like even when Adam used to remember when last year I used to trade with him, I was just trading the ES, and when I would move to the NQ, I would just get fucking obliterated, and he would be like, you know, Jingle, like the NQ is a mean fucking toy. Why are you even going? Why are you going there? And I'm like, holy fuck. And I'm just averaging my micros and having like fucking $2,000 drawdowns on a, like, I don't know, $9,000 account. And I'm dying like every other day. I'm dying. I have no clue, headless chicken, like what needs to do. It's just like, it's going down and it has to go up, and I'm just like keep buying. No idea where to get in, get out. And like everybody's all over the place. And all I'm doing is drawing down $1,000 and getting out at break even. So I'm just like putting my risk money in for market to just like rip my asshole apart. And then
I remember when you showed me your first 600 MAE trade or something.
Oh
like that.
God, like
This guy is a legend.
The shit I do in trading is like the worst. Like nobody should trade like me. Like I used to. Now I just like, no, you know what? I can't do this like him or her. I just gotta be my own person. And I'm like, okay, like how do you want to do this? So I've come up with my own system, risk management, where I'm like, you know what, it'll feel like a bitch to take the loss, but that's what I have to. Like yesterday I was trying shorting it when we had like spike to 44, 45, and it went up, and I was like, okay, what's my line in the sand? I was like, okay, it's 45. So where did the market go? It's like 58. Like who the fuck is there? Like why would it go so high if it has to turn there? And like, so I go by a simple risk management strategy now. Whatever the line in the sand I'm operating in, even if I'm not taking any stop loss or having a wide stop, if a 30-minute bar fully closes above that pivot, I have to get out. Even though if the trade were to reverse or go down in my favor, but the first thing, like even when then yesterday spiked, I was getting short. I added 45, I added 47, and I'm starting praying, and then like it went up 10 more points, but it's just like fucking 3 micros, so I don't panic that much. Had it been like 1 ES, even 12 points is like $600, so you kind of panic more. So sizing down has helped me, and like with these rules I'm able to not fuck up as much and actually make money.
Congratulations. I love the system. Good job. Come a long way, Jingle.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Trading like that sounds boring as shit. Just keep averaging down. Be scale in scalper.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know I don't have the brand what money, and that's the first person I actually listened to when I started trading futures. I was like, oh God. And I am first asshole, and I'm then listening to somebody who trades like a $2 million account, so I clearly can't do that. So it took me a long time to just, you know what, this is not working out. I should just fuck off. I'm
glad that you're figuring it out though, man. Because like I remember being so distraught when I originally first spoke to you. First of all, I thought you were like some kind of tick like alt account.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, these two people have to be the same.
I know.
Because they're both fucking retarded. You know? And I was just like, geez, like it must be, because like I was just in awe when I first started trading.
Oh God.
Because you know, Tick always seemed right and you always seemed wrong.
I know.
And I was like, okay, so if you're always wrong,
Yeah, you must be good.
you must be some kind of institutional trader. You work at like Citadel or something, because to be this wrong all the time, you simply must
Oh
understand.
God.
You have to know what's going to happen.
I
get it. It's a weird, like, masochistic version of satire, but like I dig it.
I mean,
and
if
it's
you're
funny
always
as hell.
wrong, that's just as good as always being right.
I know.
I know.
I know.
Dude, I thought it was like the most obscure version of humor. You know, I was like, oh, but like I get this vibe and I like it. And then you were like, no, man, like I suck. And I was like, oh shit, you know, like this isn't good. And then you were like, yeah, man, and I have 4 kids and a wife, and you're like, I lost it all. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like you have 4 fucking kids, and I'm glad that you're kind of turning it around, because, you know, I was like, wow, you have so many kids. Like these 4 kids
God.
eat ramen every day.
I know. I used to like many people used to think that I'm some kind of a shot. There was like this dude, I don't even know his name. It's Gappa or something. He used to be a dick student.
Kappa, yeah.
And he used to chat with me and think like I'm some kind of like an institutional shit. And I used to like fuck around with him like that. And he actually used to listen what I was doing. It was weird, man. Like,
I mean, you have the chat logs, Jingle. There was a time when, you know, it's the same time as Jay. Jay and I were talking to each other, and we legit thought you were like the greatest.
I know.
Yeah.
That level came by pretty quick.
I know. Like
Reality
Adam said,
came.
used to be like, send me DMs. I'm like, who is this guy? Like, he's like fucking drooling over me for no reason. Like, what the fuck's wrong with him?
Yeah, man, I was a student of Jingle. when I
Oh
was a
God,
baby
he used to love me. Like he still does probably, but
I still love you, Jingle.
yeah, and yeah, it was
a 3-month block.
and a couple months, like not too much.
But no, yeah, Jay and I were discussing when we were on the come up, and we definitely thought Jingle was way smarter than he is. Turns
Yeah.
out we were wrong.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
disappointing.
Jingle was my biggest loss. Okay.
Yeah, not Andy Ken. It was
Yeah.
actually Jingle.
Oh
Oh my
God,
god. Yeah. May Andy rest in peace.
it's been just like I think almost a year since I've been like trading, like with the number of blown accounts I have had to sit on the sidelines. Probably I can say that. In a year, the 12, 13 months I've been trading, it feels like a lot. It feels like I've been like fucking forcing myself into the market. Like, okay, you know what? Fuck me as much as you want to do. Blow me up. Don't worry. I'm gonna keep coming with all these like combines and funded accounts. I just realized like after so many fuck ups and what I did, I was like, you know what? No matter whatever happens, I just want to do this. So just why not just slow the fuck down and just calm down and do it properly? And I'm like, it's just personality traits. I'm like a persistent fucker, but like stupid as well at times and impulsive. So I was like, you know what? I can't keep doing this in this way. Just need to slow down and do it in a way where like I believe in the stuff I'm doing, not like asking people like what should be done, because I knew I was like talking to Fade, Seth, Jay, you name it. Like I've have had help from good traders on Twitter, but like you cannot trade anybody's system. Like just you cannot do it, because if you're a kind of person like who's like have complete trust in somebody and you're like willing to do what they say, then that's fine. That probably work out for you. But if you're something like in the kind of where you kind of think for yourself and then you listen to others and then you're again thinking what I should be doing, kind of double guessing shit, then you just have to do it your own way. Just looking at stuff, what other people do, what works, what doesn't work, what you can understand, I just think it takes time. There is no substitute for it. It just takes time. You just see, and eventually you're like, okay, I may see what's happening here, and then it's just keep doing it over and over. I still fuck up, but like I haven't been fucking up in the last few weeks. But I know.
So hang on. Skirt. Sorry to interrupt you, but so in your opinion, your biggest mistake in trading was listening to other people
My biggest
and not developing your own system.
It was, I don't know, like biggest mistake would be first would be not paying the game respect, like knowing that I could just like trade live without just like figure it out as I go. That was a mistake. And I risked way too much. I was trading the bigger contracts. Like every blow up I had was due to trading not even just the bigger contract, but it was like 3 or 4 times my biggest comfortable position. Like if I'm trading like 1 ES, and every blow up I was fucked with, like I was ended up having like 3 on, and that's how I blow up. Like it would have been really hard for me to blow up any account if I was just trading like half a lot, and I would be making money. So
Sure. Adam, what do you think your biggest mistake was? Like what do you think you wasted the most amount of time on?
What I wasted the most amount of time on is the order. I'll be honest.
oh god, I know,
What do you mean
Adam,
the order?
that was fucked up.
The tree
Oh.
huggers.
Shiloh.
Oh my god.
Oh,
no,
God.
we're not
Delving
getting
into other
that.
people.
Bro,
Like
we're
I'm
not-
always a
we're not-
fan.
Yeah,
I'm always
mysterious
a fan
thing.
of
Yeah.
looking at other people's work.
Yeah,
alright?
yeah, yeah.
Like I like to see the different styles, the different nuances, and like pocket their own traits and adapt it into my own styles. The craziest turn and biggest, deepest rabbit hole I've ever gone down was from the order.
Yeah, I know. You were fucking stupid, man, on that. And I remember like fading 42-58 when we finally broke out, and we both got fucked on that. You know what? We were both looking for 41-48 on that trade, and that fucker came about like 12 months later. That's
Yeah.
how difficult that place was to get. And I was like,
That
why
was
is this
pretty
guy and like I used to chat with Adam all the time, thinking that I'm gonna learn from him. And like he started talking all this, posting like Shiloh kind of memes and photos. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong? I think like, you'll ask like, why are you taking this trade? Like, what do you see? And you're like, this, and like he's talking about
Draw a
the
picture of an eye looking at a fucking calendar.
oh
The
god.
Mercurian calendar. It's in
Yeah.
retrograde. Yeah. Okay.
Now, quickly learn that all you really need is profile and DOM, man.
Yeah, and I wasted a lot of my time when I started just like watching the depth of the market, and like fucking all I was doing was looking at fucking resting order, which are useless, already fake scam bullshit. So the thing when it improved for me when I was actually trading like normal people do, like looking at charts and stuff and trend lines, and just like then just incrementally whatever I did from the start, it's not like it was useless. So even if I'm watching the depth of the market, I'm able to see the kind of momentum. You just observe the kind of way it pushes to the highs or pushes to the low, if it's gonna hold or not. So in the end, it all like kind of helps you in a way develop that thing. But incrementally, it has been just adding piece by piece from like some of the traders I appreciate on Twitter, and then looking at like, okay, what does actually really talk to me, and then I just like try to do that kind of thing. Like, okay, do I want to fade this area or no? Am I looking at a bigger time frame or not? So that's kind of, I'm like, things have kind of started working out for me. Looking top down, I'm looking at the monthly candles, I'm looking at where they closed, where they opened, then I'm looking at the weeklies, and I'm looking at my volume profile, and then all that is
My
combined.
favorite part about Jingle's story right now is that he's like, when I stopped just following people and I started doing my own something that resembles analysis,
Yeah.
my trading turned around.
Yeah, I'm like, I just
Who'da thunk?
Weird. Okay. All right.
yeah,
Yeah, it's making some sense.
I know it's simple, but like it just takes time. And even now, like I fuck up, but like then I'll be like, okay, I did this, that's why I fucked up. So next time, just fucking, how about not doing this? So step by step.
Yeah, I think the imposter syndrome when it comes to trading is pretty real.
Yeah.
Real. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I know.
I can't believe that's permanently on the internet now. It's pretty real. Like when you first get into trading, it's you're getting into a boxing ring with the top tier people, right? Especially if you decide that you want to start trading the S&P 500 futures, you kind of just jump right into it. There's no like minimum requirements really, because everyone just lies to their broker anyway about like futures trading. It's like, yeah, you have like 5 years of trading experience and all this other bullshit. Nobody fucking actually does. They just click yes so that they can get the account. But you know, the training wheels are completely off, and you're just in there, and you know, you're fighting against some of the smartest people in the world.
Oh yeah.
Because the brain drain in finance is very real, or at least it was over the last like 15 years. You know, all the smartest people go into finance, and all of them end up working at these market making firms because they're fantastic at math, and you can't even begin to presume to know what they know when you first start. You know, especially because most people, you know, how do you learn about trading? Oh well, you know, candlesticks, blah blah blah, high lows, fucking bear flags, and all this shit, right? And that is so outside of the realm of what professional traders are doing for the most part. You know, like these institutions and these market makers aren't looking at candlestick patterns. They're not looking at any of this garbage. The algos that are chasing your liquidity and hunting your stops, they're not looking at the pennant on the 5-minute chart. You know, they're just looking at the orders. And it's just so, it's just like predatory, you know? Like for most people, when they ask like, hey, should I start trading? The answer is fuck no.
Yeah.
Okay. And definitely don't do this. If you're a sane human being, don't do this. If you have a family that depends on you, don't try it. Okay. Don't. It's a waste of your time. Your family's going to hate you.
Yeah.
Okay? You have a better luck making it as a professional poker player.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't do it. Like, only attempt this if you find a good community of people that are willing to help you learn. Only do this if you don't have like a mortgage to pay, you know? Only do this if you have about 2 years of your life to spin your fucking wheels, okay? And that's like the honest to God truth that nobody, especially sub sellers and like all these people on Twitter, don't want you to hear. You know,
I tell that to everyone. I have so many people asking me how do I start trading, and I just simply say you don't. Like, you don't want none of this smoke, man. Like,
yeah, dude, it's
you and I got into this because
fuck.
we got into this just because like, it started out as a game during COVID.
Yeah.
So we actually had nothing else to do, and then we ended up turning it into something. But the amount of hours and time and stress it causes, it's not worth it. Like, you know, I'm just so far into it that I'm no reason to leave now.
Yeah,
but
that was real.
Exactly.
I remember you just left Toronto.
I just left Toronto, or my job at Toronto from COVID wave.
Right. Yes.
And Jay's like, come try this out.
Yeah, I was just getting out of law school, and because COVID shut that shit down, and I was like, okay, well, what the fuck else can I do with my time? And you know, and then, you know, my dad was always into like VC stuff and all that stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know, stocks sound cool. Like,
little did I know
absolutely
that
not.
would turn into.
yeah. So yeah, and then you know, that was like we bought every fucking course, you know.
Yeah.
We subbed to every single person. Quickly realized that 85% of them don't know what the fuck they are talking about. Yeah, that was rough, dude. I wish I could go back 2 years in time and just be like, look at me now. You know what I mean? Like, well, first of all, I'd slap the shit out of myself for spinning my wheels for so fucking long.
Yeah.
But, and, you know, I'd set myself on the right path, definitely. Because, you know, there is a eureka moment in trading, for sure. Like, at some point, if you decide to go on this endeavor, there is a moment where it clicks, you know?
Yeah, no.
It definitely clicks at some point, and it's so hard to describe to somebody who's completely lost, but you begin to understand how the market moves. And it's not necessarily the pain trade, but it's about how it seeks liquidity.
Yeah, I got.
And once you kind of understand that, it all kind of makes sense. You know? And I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, there's a eureka moment.
Yeah, that's like, it takes time, right? Sometimes you just keep watching it and you actually see the price action, and you kind of starts to make sense. Okay, like, is it likely to go to make new highs, or is it likely to be a liquidating close? So like the thing, like even yesterday I was talking to one of my friends, and he would ask me like, what do you do? And I was thinking like, I sit here like a douchebag all day, and I think like I'm doing nothing, right? And if I have to explain somebody like all the things that I've like probably been learning over the year and a half, and it's like, oh fuck, this is like difficult to explain. And the even harder part is after you explain them, okay, I do this, 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 and this, and this, and so much like this, all this fucking makes you look like a fucking raw data scientist. And in the end, the hardest part is realizing it's still a fucking coin toss. It's still like it like thinking that if you've done the work that it's going to work. It just like makes you lose money over and over again, just like knowing that okay, this is the idea and it can fail, like actually accepting that is the hard part. The more harder you work, the more your idea is, and even if the market shows you like this, okay, this is a good idea or a bad idea for a little while, and then it turns on you and you not willing to accept that, that's where the losses come for me. Like that's what's like happening most of the time. I'm like, okay, this is working, and then it'll turn around. And even today, like you're talking about 42, 64 or 75, whatever the number is, being support, right? But we just like crush through it, and it's acting resistance on the upside. It'll take me like fucking like averaging down and shit. I'm like, okay, like in the beginning I thought that this area is support, and I'm just like I'm willing my fucking what I want to do on the market rather than seeing what actually is happening. So like that's the tough part. Even I was talking to Fade the other day. I was like, what these motherfuckers did to everybody and fucked everyone over was, everybody was thinking the 200 DMA, we're gonna fucking kiss it and make a double bottom over there and go back to the highs. These assholes crushed through it and made a double top there. and they like smoked everybody. And like that's how these guys play. Like if you have like a lot of money, you can like possibly do that and like fuck over everybody. So it's just like reacting to that thing, knowing you're not gonna catch every move is these are things that just take time. You just can't teach to anybody. Even if I like you talk to anybody, make a course, sell it, you try to talk to anybody about this, until they have actually sat through all that bullshit, it's hard to do that. Even I fuck up my execution all the time. Like all my trades, all my targets usually hit the ones that start working, which I take profit. I'll be maybe taking like 30-40% of the entire planned trade, but I'll be like, okay, you know what, asshole, you are a little bit like that, so just like take your 30-40% and like keep compounding it, and not like keep thinking like it's gonna, because in the end it becomes hindsight as well, right? You're like, okay, I should have done this or that, you know what, but next time just do it. You never know.
Yeah, and there's definitely, building off that, there's a certain type of egotistical personality that does well in trading.
Yeah,
for sure. Just because you kind of got to be some sort of prick to kind of do your analysis, and you're like, okay, I want to buy 4232s because of X, Y, and Z, and you got to be some kind of a prick to think that you're correct in your assertion of the global financial market. Yeah. Like the biggest market in the world, you're like, it'll stop right here, like,
because I said so. Are you fucking
crazy? Because I said so?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you on, bro? Like, who are you? Why do you have this level of confidence?
Yeah.
And not only that, you're like, I'm so confident in this shit, I'm gonna bet fucking money on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like money that, for most people, like, they probably can't afford to lose. Like, it's just, this game is wild. It's crazy. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Okay? Just don't do it.
And another thing I would like to talk is, the risk that you think before taking the risk is always like probably 5x more than what your real risk is. That's the hardest thing. So if you can like you think you can lose $25,000, probably you're just okay losing 5,000, like 5 times less than that. You always kind of fucking assume, and then when that shit happens, you start reacting in a way which tells you that okay, you were not okay with losing that money. Like if I tell my like COVID story, like how I got into trading, like that's the only reason I probably got into trading, is like I wouldn't be able to do this again. Like if somebody tell me, like I was like just doing my normal job, right? So what the fuck would I know if trading is even possible? I was kind of, the guy who the news media lets you to believe like trading is just for algos and stuff, which probably is kind of could be true, but like it was so hard for me to get the notion that you can make a living trading. That's been very hard for me to overcome. And now I'm like, okay, you know what? Like if you just keep doing this, you kind of know who every player is in the market and how to use them to your advantage. If it's an algo, how to use an algo to your advantage. If it's like kind of a trending day, how to use that to an advantage, how to spot them, and that kind of stuff. So your beliefs are, I think, a big part of it.
Yeah, I think you genuinely just have to be happy with whatever profits it is that you can extract from them.
Yes.
Because you can't possibly begin to presume to know anything
Exactly.
about why anyone's trading. Like okay, hypothetically speaking, you see a large order on the DOM. That dude can be hedging a massive put position that he acquired 2 weeks ago.
No, you
know
no
what I mean?
fucking
Like,
idea. Yeah.
You simply can't even be like, you are such a fucking ant, okay? Like you might as well, you're in such deep water, okay? And it's hard. It's a lot like foreign policy, basically. And I always use this example because foreign policy between countries is just a whole bunch of people trying to make the best decision for their country with limited information, because they don't have all the information about every country, right? So these people are just trying to make the best decisions possible with the information that they have available, and that's exactly what you're trying to do as a trader, right? It's exactly like foreign policy. You can't begin to presume to know what Citadel is doing, or what Jerry is doing. You just gotta kind of shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Accept the loss. Always accept the loss, assholes.
Yeah.
And just be happy if you.
It's so hard though,
like,
Jay. It's
frankly,
so
the market
fucking
doesn't
hard.
Market doesn't owe you shit, right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Not even a little. So.
Yeah, it's just like fucking looking at the thing and just making an educated guess, like based on like the patterns you've seen in the past, if it's gonna work or not. But it's somebody else who's gonna do the work for you, and you're just like hoping and praying they come for you. But if they don't, you have to get out. That's the hard part. You're like, why? You just don't, like, when you get to a point, why is this not happening? Why is that? It's probably too late in the trade. Trades, normally you just enter and it just has to work for you. I mean, everybody's different, right? Everybody's time frame is different. People like swing trade on less leverage, some do futures, but like the way we trade, like on the smallest of time frames, it's like fucked. It's like fuck.
Yeah, active trading is for psychos.
Yeah, I know. It's like, even if we did the first trade today of the stream, we actually bought 43 and sold it at 46. We got 3 points. So I was thinking like maybe it's gonna run, but I was, just fuck that. 3 points, get it. And then now it's tanking 5 points, and now you start to get thinking, oh, are they gonna take out the lows? Is this trend line gonna hold or not? You know what? Just like, if you think that you wanted to take a trade and market gave you something, take it and run.
Yeah, seriously, a lot of people, they just overstay their welcome, man. Like, if you make your 5 to 10 points in the morning, take your money, take the ball, and turn off the game. You don't always have to be in a position. You don't always have to be. I mean, you can look at the market, and you can talk about the market, but like, you almost certainly don't always have an edge,
Yeah, and every day. Every day, like, there will be like 1 or 2 dirty moves in the market, whether you're playing the balance or the trend, that they will make sure that you get fucked in that. Like, if you trade all day.
I actually got a lot of flack for making a post. I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something like that on Twitter, as if I give a shit. But I went on a little bit of a rant about how, like, the people that are making money in the market every single day, and they're posting like ridiculous games of like, let's say like, dude, it could be 15 grand, could be $1 million. Who the fuck cares? The point is that if you're a good trader, you're exploiting some kind of edge in the market. You have a statistical and verifiable advantage, that you have some predictive capability of what the market's going to do, and you're just executing on that edge. If I make $10,000 today, okay, because like my edge at 42.32, like, let's say like that was my edge. I knew it was going to go down there. I got my fill. That was sick. Okay.
Did you bottom ticket?
No, I scaled in at 39 and my average was at 36. But I wanted it I wanted to fill at 32. I never got it.
Same.
But anyway, so that edge doesn't repeat itself every single day.
Yeah.
Like nobody wins every single day. Okay. If
Yeah.
you see some asshole on Twitter, fucking, they're never wrong. They post fucking 15 scenarios every day, and no shit, that
Yeah, no.
scenario, one of those 15 scenarios plays out, and they're beating their chest. Fuck you. Fuck them. Okay. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay. Because the market, and I'm talking about him, but like the reality of it is that the same edge doesn't present itself every day. The market is different every day. Certainly some days look like they're similar over, you know, a great enough data set. You could be like, okay, you know, the market balances 70% of the time. I have some kind of an edge for mean reversion. It'll work roughly 70% of the time while the market's bouncing. Sure. But you simply don't win every day. And people have the misconception that it is possible to win every day. And it's absolutely not. You're going to get taken to the cleaners. Okay. And that's just like, but like getting your ass kicked in the market is fucking fine. Okay. It's part of the game. Like you don't win every game. Okay. You got to you take your beating like a man. Okay. You minimize your loss as much as possible, because that's primarily your job as a trader, is to, you know, minimize your losses. And you get up tomorrow and you do it again.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you try to win every day, you are in for the beating of the lifetime. Okay. It's like, dude, you have a better chance of walking into a boxing ring with Mike Tyson in his prime and coming out alive. Okay. Jeez. That motherfucker he'll chew off your eyelids. Okay. This market will do much worse to you.
That's true.
I don't know. I just think that people need to be realistic.
People need to be realistic, but how unrealistic Adam Set is. Like, have you seen that fucker's execution? How does he get so good?
Bro, he's my best friend, okay?
I don't know.
He's got to be next to her. Okay? I bring this guy around my family. Like,
I just unfollowed Adam Set. Part of the reason I just
don't care, and that disconnection is probably my biggest edge. You know, if I enter a position and I have a plan that calls for frickin' 500 points to the upside, I am going to go for that 500 points to the upside. I don't care if, like, once I've gotten my risk off, I don't care anything that goes beyond that until it hits my targets, and I don't care if it comes back at me at break even. It's essentially my form of saying that I will take what the market gives me, and thank you very much, market, if you give it all the way to the plan. And that's, you know, the psychology or degeneracy to see much unrealized come back at break even, or to hold those trades for, like, you know, 1 to 2 days or an entire session. That's just, you know, me as a trader disconnecting myself from the unrealized profits.
I don't know how you do it, man. Seriously, like I literally blocked Adam Set because of how good he was. Like, he's just like retarded. He's just retarded good. I know I could never like have the temperament like he has. And I'm like, you know what, just fuck him. He's just too good. Like, two kind of people you need to avoid.
Man, you just take your shot and see what happens.
There are two kind of people, you know. One is kind of paper trading, like who are posting millions of dollars, claiming them they're too good, or just like posting only winners or saying they know everything. And then there's like complete degenerates and geniuses like Adam Set. I would say block both of them. They're just like both bad for you in the same way.
They're not good for your self-esteem. Yeah.
I know mainly like two kinds of people I've come across Twitter, like who hold for like big moves and get them. One is Adam Set. Second is Julia Cordova. Like she does takes lots of drawdowns sometimes. Like Adam doesn't take drawdowns, but he takes paper cuts. So
I take cuts.
But like both of them do that. So I've talked to both of them like extensively. I completely know I cannot trade like any of them. So I just like try to do me, like take my 2-3 points, 4 points like 6 times a day and fuck off. I know I'm not going to be able to hold something for 30 points. Like in this market, okay, like I can hold for 15, 20 points, but like the volatility we have, like when VIX is like, I don't know, 16, like I can't do that. And Adam was doing it like consistently. So everybody's different, can't do it. Like anybody shorting the hole here, I want to. So do what you want to do with it.
Is this when Jingle enters his position?
Yeah, I think so. I would have hit like at 34, 35. I just didn't take it. Now I'm like probably get. I think it's gonna go. It's gonna tank.
Are you taking the Jingle fade or am I, Jay?
Yeah, you can take it if you want. Like right there, it's like this is a 3-day volume profile right here, with the value area high and the low. So we are just like pushing the lows here. So it's not a bad trade to take if you wanted to take a long and fade me.
I took my 20 points today. You got to take your own.
Wow.
Advice, you tell people to take their points, walk away. That's what I'm doing.
I made $25 on the stream. I'm glad I exited at 45 and didn't be a asshole.
Yeah, I think trading is definitely difficult, but I think it's probably
It's possible. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier to get into it now than at any other point, just because of the amount of people that you can talk to, right? Like people who trade for a living, you can just DM them.
Yeah.
You know, and like most of the time they're gonna answer. And I mean, I don't check my DMs because they're a disaster. But yeah, I'm serious. I don't check that shit whatsoever. But you know, you can message people and they'll get back to you. But it's not only that. There's just so much access to information. Like if you wanted to get into volatility, you can follow people on Twitter. You can follow my buddy Casey, whose profile I posted today. You can follow, you know, Sam Carson. You can follow Ben Eifert. Like all these people are just there and they're just spitting knowledge day in, day out, you know, and you just got to sit there and kind of, you know, shut up a little bit and observe. And I think that that's probably like the biggest advantage that people have today is the ability to just absorb info.
Yeah, it's amazing. Twitter's an amazing platform.
Yeah, but you know, don't take anyone's trading advice.
Yeah, just use the system to
from their philosophy.
Yes.
Unless it's the tree people, in which case skip the philosophy.
The tree people.
Yeah, skip the philosophy. That astrology shit is so far.
It's beyond me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this trade. I've just like put my orders in if I get filled. Let's see if something gets out. Anybody wants to fade me can. I'll just like put my orders in. Let's see if I get a fill.
Let me see what Casey's stuff is saying. And then we'll think about a trade. We'll think about it.
It's not looking good for Jinger.
What? No, I'm trying to. Here's my orders. I'm trying. I have a sell order at 38 quarter, 38.50. I'll see if I can scalp 4 or 5 here. Like, just coming with the patience. You know what? Like when I missed that thing, when I was going down towards 29. I would get in towards the lows, just like FOMOing in. Now I'm like, okay, I still like the idea, but I want it to come to me.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if we.
I mean, Casey's thing is saying that it's worth a long from my interpretation of it. Let me add him. Let me add the boy. See what he's saying. Yeah, I think biggest mistake was probably not going to more like signal-based trading.
That definitely helped. Jay's algo is amazing for that.
Yeah.
Jay, you should rent me that algo or something. It'll probably systemize me. I'm just like a fucking shooter from the hip.
Two of your non-existent kids. But no. Just in general, becoming
just
more
part-time too.
Yeah, because like, dude, I am so manic. Like, I wake up in the morning and I don't know what kind of person. I can't tell you what kind of person's gonna wake up in the morning. I'm either over the moon or, dude, my life is a roller coaster. You know, I do not have a stoic personality whatsoever. So getting more towards like data-driven trading was definitely probably one of the best decisions I've ever made, for sure. Jay blocked me because I mocked him over Hamilton's loss. Yeah. I mean, dude, if you... I'm not even going to get into that. That's obscene.
Is that in YouTube chat? Lol.
Yeah. That's so obscene. You should be disgusted with yourself for even typing that. New season of Drive to Survive today, though.
I
How
was
good is
up watching that last night. It released
Yeah?
3 a.m. my time, and I stayed up to watch like 2 episodes.
Is it good though?
Big fan.
I know that Max isn't going to be on this season of Drive to Survive. He says that he thinks that Netflix is like fabricating it and like really not giving a fair representation of what happens on the track. So he said that he's not going to be participating in Drive to Survive this year.
As in this season? Because I thought he was on like
season
Max
4.
Red Bull.
Yes. Is he on it?
I guess he's not spotlighted, at least from the episodes that I've seen. So maybe that's true.
Yeah, because dude, this last Formula One season was all about Lewis and Hamilton, or Lewis and Max. Like it was like the rivalry of like the century, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mike asked what kind of data. First of all, I don't kick anyone from any room. Okay, I've never. The only person I've ever kicked from a room was Kill Time, and that's because I can't stand that dude. And you know he offers nothing. But if you get kicked from Hank's room, you're definitely getting kicked from somebody else. It's not me. And the algo will most likely never be made available to the public. We've just put like way too much work into it, way too much time. Some of the other tools that I use, like the VIX stuff that I posted today, or the UVXY inflows that said that we were going down, and then the outflows that said that we were going up, might be available at some point. Not really sure, and no promises there. Just because our data costs are pretty fucking high, and you know if you give that data to other people, you get charged for it. So, you know, it's pretty expensive, and I'm not gonna. I'm a good person, but I'm not gonna spend $8,000 to $10,000 a month so that you can make money. No offense, I love you. I love you all. Yeah, but like, fuck you. You know. But yeah.
That meme that spare some change, Jay. I'm just knocking on your spare some algo.
My thoughts on oil. I actually think that oil's going to be heading down. I think we're going to probably balance between $70 and $100 for a while once it gets into that range.
Moon.
The reason why I'm bearish on oil is because the Canadian dollar isn't up. The Canadian dollar is usually tied pretty, correlated pretty tightly with oil. If you just pull up a chart, you can see the correlation. You don't even have to run anything for it. You can just see it with your eyes. But I posted something else on Twitter about dealer swaps. And you can see that there's a very clear correlation there. I'll post it again. Did I delete it? Yeah, I think I deleted it. But yeah, you can take a look at it. I just posted it right now on my Twitter. It's screaming that this parabolic move in oil is not sustainable. So like I have the data that's what I'm going to look at. So, and that's what I'm going to base my trade thesis around. I wouldn't don't fucking YOLO your account short. This isn't trade advice. The only thing that I can do is show you what I'm looking at and the data that I'm looking at. And, so there it is, so between that and the loony, it says that the move isn't going to be sustainable.
Shitcoin. Justin Turdo's shitcoin.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I want Canadian dollar to crash. Because I make money in the US, right? So.
You don't make any money from trading.
Get the fuck.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I make my money in US dollars.
Okay, Jay, so shut the fuck up. This quarter, I'm profitable, bitch. And don't know about you.
Oh shit, the boy. Okay. I take it back, dude.
Okay. Losses is so 2021. not making
Old
money for
Jingle.
Jingle is so 2021.
New year, new jingle. Okay?
Yeah,
This one makes
watch me get this fill and liquidate at 42.65.
Hilarious.
Oh god, who gives a fuck? I do.
It was actually I posted a neat little chart from my buddy Casey about the SPX and VIX volatility. He says that the VIX should be crushing soon, which is pretty interesting, and is, you know, I mean, it doesn't mean that it's going to crush today, but it should crush over the next week.
Like the VIX needs to go now. It's just fucking around doing nothing here. So, like these, even yesterday, a slight drop in the VIX and a slight drop in the market. Normally not a good sign to short the market. It's even today, like even vol is down today, right? Little bit, not too much, but it's almost flat, and SPX is down on like 0.5%. So vol's not really kind of signaling. It needs to just like take off now if we really need to, you know, crash into the end of the day. There's one kind of gap fill left on the downside. I don't think if we have to go up, like going up is kind of the more, you think it's gonna go up market, Jay, this market from here, like 4200. So you think
Today?
like not here, like overall long term, do you think like we go to 4150 first or 4350
I don't think so.
overall, like next move?
I think it's mostly just chop, and then, I mean, you know, a lot of people don't share my views on this, but I think the Fed comes out, you know, next week, and they do their 0.25 rate hike. I don't think we get 0.5.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be pretty dovish because they don't want to shock the market over while we have the Ukraine situation.
But you never know how the reaction of the market's gonna be. Is it like, you know, are you fuckers, inflation is too high and you're still not raising rates? You probably we don't trust the Fed and we sell off. So
this is why I posted that that chart of the SPX and implied volatility, right? Because there's usually always a premium between the two, like between realized volatility and implied volatility.
Yeah.
And usually implied volatility is higher than realized volatility by like a fixed amount, right? It's basically kind of like a pair trade.
Yeah.
And that the difference or the spread between the two of them should be relatively constant. So when you see one kind of fall off a cliff, like we do in the chart that I posted on Twitter, like you can see that the blue line just like shit the bed today.
Yeah.
They should be relatively constant, right? So when they diverge, it's just kind of like a mean reversion trade, basically, to the constant premium between the two of them. So you should see the VIX start coming down, right? And as you get VIX compression, you're probably going to get less fear in the market. You know, those puts are going to unwind, and you should get some VIX crush and an upward move, probably over the next like week or two or something.
Yeah. I'm of the view of getting another touch of the 200-day move, DMA, like 4444. Like that's where the selling of the war started. Maybe we go back there soon. But market's kind of no man's land right here. Did any of you guys like trade that spike we had in the morning, or Adam? Did you have any position on?
I wasn't sure. I had like long NQ from overnight or
from
previous RTH, but I poorly managed that spike.
I thought you might be holding some longs from 4150s.
I was too afraid to execute on it because of rollover, though.
Oh. Here we go. It's gone without me, motherfuckers. Didn't get the fills yet.
I think I might just block this person on Twitter. Dude, I block people so liberally on Twitter now.
That's
like,
good.
If you just post some bullshit, I'm just like, all right, fuck you. You're cool.
You're gone.
You know, like, dude, yeah, dude, like, if you post some bullshit that, like, means nothing to me, has zero constructive insight, doesn't do anything for anyone on my feed, you're gone.
Oh, God.
I just don't, like, vibe with that. Like, if somebody takes a trade and they're like, oh, you know, like, I'm gonna long, like, let's say they want to long right here at like 27s, and like, I'm gonna put my stop at 25s, and then it goes all the way up to like 55, and like, it's obvious that this person who risked 2 points is gonna close it, you know what I mean? And then it dumps later. if you come onto
And
that
they
person's
still
feed
think
and,
you're holding. Yeah.
yeah, and you say some bullshit like "ouch" or like "how'd that trade work out for you?" You're gone, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? You sad fucker. Like,
Yeah.
it's just who the fuck? Like, who has time for this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You want to take the trade, take it. If you can't, don't take
Yeah,
the
it's
trade.
it's just wild. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't understand where these people get off. It's like, you don't pay anyone on this, anyone anything on this. Like, I don't have super followers. I mean, even if you pay for super followers, you're kind of stupid. But like in general, this is just people posting data. You know what I mean? And their own trades. So it's like, why would you taunt them? You know, like it just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, I don't know. You got to be a certain kind of asshole. That's all I'm gonna say.
The game is tough enough, you know.
Well, not only that, I think like that kind of trolling is like
People
goes
do.
a little bit deeper than that, because like we know how hard trading the game is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like trading as a game is very difficult, and probably the hardest part for most people when they're trading is maintaining their center. You know, like maintaining the emotional balance that's required to trade and trade well. You know, so if you're purposely going on people's feeds or like, you know, talking on Discord in an effort to actively try and tilt people,
Yeah.
you're an asshole. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're just an asshole, okay? And like, don't get me wrong, I'm a prick, bro, and like I'll troll some people, but I'll troll people for like, you know, like if you wear like New Balance sneakers, like I'm gonna troll you. Okay, I get off on that shit. That's funny to me. You know what I mean? Like that's funny to everyone involved. Okay, but like if you're just talking some bullshit about some trade, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever. Maybe. You know, whatever. That's all I'm saying. I like to troll people about stuff that they can control. Nobody can control the market, so like I will never mock somebody for having a thought or an interpretation about the market.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're like basing your market interpretation on stuff that has nothing to do with the market, like lunar cycles and stuff like that, in which case I'm gonna troll the shit out of you. You know, but yeah, that's it.
So Jay, do you just like do futures right now, or more of an options guy as well?
I do a lot of options trading and I do a lot of pairs trading.
Nice.
I don't post about either of them because I don't think that people can do either of them well.
Oh God.
I know it sounds terrible.
requires a lot
it's
of
difficult. Yeah.
data.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like I'm blessed enough to work with some like really smart people that I think are way smarter than me, and they're able to guide me in the right direction when it comes to structuring my options trades. You know,
Yeah.
like, they have tools for that, you know. And like if I were to post this trade, you know, everyone on Twitter has been like conditioned through, you know, these people that every options trade needs to be like 700% profitable. You know what I mean? And like, I don't trade my options that way. I buy hella time. I buy like 2 weeks to 2 months worth of time, like 2 weeks at the very minimum on almost every options trade. You know, this 0 DTE or 1 to 3 day DTE shit is crazy, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. And the other problem with the options trades is that everyone just wants to hit it big, so they don't size their account appropriately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just don't want people to blow up their accounts, basically, so I don't post about it often.
Just managing different kind of strategies in the same portfolio gets very challenging, like having multiple positions on. I think that's a skill on its own. Probably people who do it, like, they get better at it slowly, but I tried trading options while I was doing like micros, and it was like I was all over the place. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to stick with one thing. And then it's just introduced slowly if I want to do it. Just, you know, sell some basic spreads. That kind of stuff. Start with that. But it's not easy. People think it's easy, but like managing positions for different time frames where you are kind of long on the longer time frame and bear on the shorter time frame, both those positions are tough because naturally we get biased towards the position we take, right? If we are long, we think it's going to go up. If we are short, you think it's going to like fucking shit the bed. But like the truth is something kind of in the middle, and like thinking about like capturing both sides of it, like this is my thing. I think 3 days it's going to be chop. I'm going to get paid via theta with this, and then I'm going to have my position here, and it's like a lot of things which I think it takes time.
Well, I mean, like, it's hard enough to be correct on the direction.
Yes.
But then you got to incorporate the time component where it's like, okay, like, you just want to kind of remove as many variables as possible, which is, I think, is what's like enticing about futures is that, it's just delta one.
Yeah.
And you don't have the time component. But, like, the big thing about options trading is that there's more than one way to be long.
Yeah.
Like, so for example, sometimes when I post like I'm buying calls here, or or like I want to get long this market over the next like week or something like that.
Yeah.
I sell puts.
Yeah.
I sell like put spreads because like that's a way for me to get long where I'm not sure. I mean, I don't recommend that people do this. Like, don't do this unless you know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Obvious disclaimer. But like that's a lot of the trading because like there are times where like let's say like right now, okay, the market's trading like 42.25 or 42.28, whatever, and basically, I think that the market's going to go up. Like hypothetically speaking, this is an example. I think that the market's going to go up from here, and I want to buy.
Yeah.
Now, do I buy calls? Not necessarily,
Yeah.
because there exists the possibility that these calls are unfairly priced.
Yeah.
Right, and that even if the market goes higher, my calls may not be profitable, right?
That much.
So you can sell puts in this scenario because then, you're betting on the directionality that the market's going to go up, but you're also betting that the market may trade sideways. You're just betting that the market won't go below your strike price, right?
Yeah. So rather than buying calls, you'll do something like sell a 42.15, 42.10 spread.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Exactly. And, like this requires a lot of capital and, blah, and it's a lot more risk and all that stuff. But the point is that if you are going to trade options as like your primary means of trading, you absolutely have to have some kind of understanding of volatility and options pricing to understand if those calls are even going to be profitable, even if the market goes up, you know? I didn't go to school for math. All right. I went to school for philosophy and law and like all that shit. Okay. I'm not a STEM guy, but Twitter has given me the opportunity to intermingle with people who are far better at math than I will ever be. Right. And they are able to tell me if, these options are fairly priced or not, and like I'd like to release that kind of stuff to the retail trading community at some point.
Like futures is possibly the toughest game out there, especially if you're like trading with less capital. It's extremely hard to do it. You can still be a good trader and still like keep fucking up because just being inexperienced and not sizing position. Like trade management is a big part which people like don't realize when this gets started, like how big it is. Mentality, trade management, all that kind of stuff. Like you can like be fucking absolutely wrong on what the market's gonna do and still make a lot of money in while being in that trade, because you just like took profits when it went your way and stuff like that. You scaled in and out in kind of way. Like it takes time to figure that out, but it's more than just your ability to say if the market's gonna go up or down. Like traders make money all the time. I think the experienced ones who don't even know like what's gonna happen next, but they are gonna just pick their spots and use their strategy, whatever they're gonna do through options or futures, selling puts, butterflies, you name it. There's so many strategies, volatility. They're gonna make their money and then just like be like, okay, that's it, fuck off. not trading this anymore. Like, but just like taking the anxiety out that you have to know what the market's gonna do to make money is a big thing. You don't have to know what it's gonna do, but you just gotta pick your spot where you think, what, I anticipate risk reward is good here, I'm gonna take my shot. If it works, good. If it doesn't, you probably like keep doing it over and over and over, and hopefully like you'll end up with some kind of your own system which helps you.
Mm-hmm.
How are you, Leo? Leo's in the chat.
Oh, great.
Hi, Leo.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Sure.
Another thing to add here was like, whenever like lose a lot of money and feel like, oh, I'm a piece of shit, I cannot trade, I'll go to people, talk to them and stuff like that. And sometimes I'll go to Jimmy, and then he'll ask me like,
Jimmy's hilarious.
yeah, he's amazing. He helps me out so much with like basic stuff. Like we won't like have conversations like long, probably like 1 or 2 chats like a week or 2. But like his stuff is like pure gold, and especially like talking to somebody who's been in the market for so many years, just like them telling you that just keep going and just like, you're fine, chill the fuck out. That goes a long way into, you're like, you know what, I'm just being too fucking hard on myself. I'm doing all this stupid shit. Which, I mean, it is stupid, but it doesn't change the fact that you are learning along while you're doing it, right? So you also need to be like, okay, my learning curve is I'm still learning, it's growing, don't be too hard on yourself. And he'll be like, dude, do you feel undercapitalized when you're trading? Not like what size you trade, what's your capital, none of that bullshit. Do you feel undercapitalized? I was like, fuck yes. And I'm like, don't worry about it. Like that is not a testament to the fact, like if you're given a real opportunity, with real capital and stuff like that. So you need to like keep going, keep learning, that kind of stuff. And even he said like the best of the traders, if they're given less capital, can look like fucking fools. So I mean, that thing kind of like really like spoke to me, and I was like, you know what, this dude has been doing it for years and years and years, and I'm like in it for like a year and a half. I'm like blown up so many accounts, like doing all this bullshit, and in the meanwhile, it's not like I'm not learning shit. I am learning. Like obviously, if you keep like being persistent and you watch price action, you eventually get some kind of pattern recognition. I'm like, okay, I'm able to call the market. I have these levels. I can do this. So just don't let the stupid bullshit that you do on occasion, like the brain farts, dig into your conscience as you are a piece of shit or you can't trade. So that's kind of like really helped me. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to stop at anything. I'm going to probably like keep going. Like that's what I do, because stuff that has happened to me, I'm like, I just don't stop. I come back at it. Like it's like so many times I think before doing this, okay, this time I'm going at it, and if I end up fucking it up, I'm not going back in. And then I would fuck it up and I would go back in. Like some way I'll find out to get back in. So I was going like, I am not going away. So like just like find a fucking way to be a better.
You're like, I'm herpes, bitch. I'm here to stay.
Yeah, I'm like a fucking I'm like a degen, like a big time. So just only way to do is just to become a better degenerate. Just accept that you have just gone too far down the rabbit hole, where you have actually like fucked everything up, and you still want to keep going somehow. And I find it very surprising. You'll fuck it up. You'll be like, okay, what the fuck I've done? And then you're thinking like, what I'm going to do? And like 3 days later, you're fucking back at it. And you're like something inside you saying is like, fuck it, I'm going to kill it. It's just, I think, just persistence and relentless self-belief. It's very difficult. Like even...
Like there's times where, hang on.
Yeah.
And this is something that you're going to relate to. It's like when you first start trading, you have trouble accepting a loss. Yeah. Everyone does, because nobody likes to lose, and losing sucks. And then you're like, okay, so you blow up an account. You're like, all right, fuck, that didn't work. And then you're like, okay, so what do I need? I need stops. And you're like, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try really tight risk, because that's what I see everybody doing,
Yeah.
And then you get death by a million paper cuts, and you're like, okay, that doesn't work either. You blow up your second account. Then you get your third account, and you're like, okay, well, maybe I'll try a little bit wider stops, and then you're like, okay, so you found your stop range, and then you're taking profit too early, you know? And when you lose, when you get stopped out, you're losing more than you gain, and your profit factor is not even, so you're fucked. And then you have your fourth account, and that's where you finally start to like vibe with it, where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna use a stop, but like it's gonna be my stop, you know what I mean? And I might move that stop.
Yeah.
Or I might tighten that stop, and like I'm gonna take profit where fucking Adam does, because I'm a thug now. You know what I mean? And like that's when you kind of really start to figure it out. you know, where it's like an art, man, you know, and nobody just picks up a pencil and can
No,
draw well.
no, no.
Yeah,
You
there's a
can't.
flow to it. There's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
process. And
Yeah.
that's basically what it comes down to. And, you know, you got to find your own. We have like blueprints from us of like what that may look like.
Yeah.
But the time frame it takes for you to get there is definitely going to be your own.
Just consider like first year, like even if you just keep half of the capital you start with, you're probably doing good. If you're trading futures or something, the key is survival. I mean, we all underestimate it. Like, we know the shit, you know, first month is usually the greatest, and then like fucking next 6 months you don't have a clue what's going on. If you just want to really do this, first of all you have to, like, you know, find the right people, and then pick up the stuff that they do that you can understand or somebody can explain it to you, and then just be determined to keep watching it and developing that kind of thing you learned in your own way to apply it. Because if you rely on somebody to tell you how to apply it, just forget it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. If you just were doing it for the play money, you know, let's say you have a job and you kind of, you know, just like you're gambling kind of money, and you have like all these subs and you want to like do that and you're able to manage risk somehow and make money, yeah, then I have no problem with that. But if somebody like, I don't know, if the only advice, like, I think if somebody wants to do this for a living, for the long haul, you gotta do it your own way, and it takes time. So it's tough. You'll probably get your ass handed more than whatever you think it's gonna be, and you have to be okay with that. There's no other way.
Absolutely. And I think you need to find some kind of underlying foundational knowledge that you can tie your trading strategies to.
Yeah.
You know? Because like you have to actually understand why the market moves and be able to base your strategies, like, you know, that they're grounded in a valid, like, I have this edge and this edge works because, and like, one, I can prove it statistically, but two, it is in line with the underground theory that the market seeks liquidity. You know what I mean? Like, it's grounded in something that is very real. You know what I mean? So that you know that your edge just isn't fucking seeing Jesus in toast. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually real. It's tangible. You can touch it almost. You know, because like once you have something that you know is true, you can base the rest of your knowledge all around that. You know what I mean? And then you never have like this kind of like midlife crisis as a trader where it's like, do I know what I'm doing or do I not? Because if you have that, then you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? And you're not questioning yourself, and you hopefully you never lose your confidence as a trader.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll get a feeling like, do I really have an edge? Like, you know, you kind of the self doubt. So I have like kind of a fucking board right there, and I'll put every day's PNL right there, and I just ask myself, like, what the fuck is that? If you think like you need a fucking PhD, you need somebody like, you know, to tell you what the option Greeks are to make money. Like, how the fuck are you printing those greens? So you clearly can do this. So don't fucking doubt yourself and keep doing it. And get the fuck out when you're wrong. So
I think there definitely needs to be some kind of platform for retail traders where retail traders are able, without any coding knowledge, to be able to verify their edge and backtest things very simply.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't know the people that I know, I wouldn't be able to backtest any of my strategies, and I have no idea where I would be today if I didn't have that confidence in my strategies, you know? So it's difficult. And I don't think that a platform exists like that for retail traders. And I think that that's definitely a void in the market, and that something should exist.
Yep.
For that. Because even you tracking your P&L on like a daily basis, to see if you have an edge or not, is not the scientific method.
Yeah.
It's not. You don't know if you're following your edge to the T, if you're actually executing it properly. And if you were able to verify your edge through some automatic process, you'd probably be a lot better at trading, you know?
Yeah, because you get the confidence, right, that your strategies like have a probabilistic edge. So that definitely
Yeah.
helps.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Somebody in the chat said Quant Connect is good with basic Python knowledge. Yeah. Then, absolutely. Oh, I didn't know that TradeWell does that. I don't know what TradeWell is. But that's cool because I think that they're gonna fill a huge void. I think there's definitely a demand for something like that, a much needed demand for something like that, which is cool. What is that? Because basically the way that my process works is I have an idea and I bring it to the people that I work with, and I say, hey, this is something that I see. I send them 5 to 10 examples. I explain to them how it works and what I'm perceiving.
Yeah.
Then they come up with some math bullshit that I don't understand a fucking thing about it. And then they come back to me in about a week or two and they say, oh yeah, this is definitely a market phenomenon and let's talk about trying to capitalize it. Or they say, Jay, I want whatever you're smoking because this doesn't work. Like, I'm like, oh, thanks, man.
Okay, Adam, if I get the fills on my trades, I need you I need you to give me a stop.
Can somebody link me TradeWell's website? I went to tradewell.com and it doesn't work. Yeah, I heard Quantopian was good, but I'm pretty sure Quantopian got shut down, right? When it was bought out. Yeah, they got shut down. How do you decide when the move stops to break even? Is it profit or tick based, time based, combination of both? Combination of both and the volume structure. So for me, if I enter a trade and let's say I'm using a 3-point stop, tradewell.app. Thanks, man. Let's say I'm using a 3-point stop. I like to take off some of my size at like 6 points. That way, or like 6 to 10 points. It kind of depends on what the strategy is. But anyway, just to kind of risk off. And then if I see a low volume area start to develop in the direction of my trade where I can put my stops behind, and I know for a fact that like this is an inflection point in the volume structure, and if this area goes, then I'm probably wrong and it's probably going to come back to my break-even point. That's when I'll start moving my stops up. That's kind of how I trade.
Got my fills.
You bought this? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Adam's gonna be my stop guy on this. Adam, tell me like where do I push the button?
Went to go get his food.
Oh, my risk manager is off. Is not on duty right now.
No,
Margin call headed my way.
TradeWell.app, the metrics library. Oh yeah, okay, this is interesting.
Classic Jingles. It talks about taking short, misses the fill, then flips long. Oh god, I'm gonna die in this one. I'm just gonna give it like 5 minutes. If it works, it works.
How do
Alright.
you manage to trade RTH, Europe, etc. and not get tired? I don't know. I don't trade Europe or Asia. Occasionally, I'll wake up at like 3 a.m. if I think that the day's gonna be. Welcome back, Adam. How do you trade Europe, Asia, and RTH?
I don't, and it's the same plan as every day. So
Adam, I bought this shit. I need you to give me a stop.
Pardon me?
I bought this piece of shit, and I need my risk manager on duty.
Where did you buy Jingle?
1875.
Single prints, okay. I'd be probably reluctant to be more patient since it's came this far, and you're definitely out at 13. Okay, so I actually don't trade ETH anymore. The only thing I'll do is manage positions, and the only time I'll trade ETH is if it's high volatility. Again, that's just because I'm reading order flow. It's quite illiquid in terms of comparing RTH versus ETH, and so I kind of just stay out of the moves. I understand there's a lot of opportunities, but my reads aren't as clear at ETH sessions than it is RTH. when it comes to RTH, I always come prepared with a plan, and pretty much whenever price enters a level, I'm probably clicking the button, and that really just comes down to it. If I have a plan, there's a reason why I set that level I want to play around, and I'm gonna flip the coin, take my stop, take my wins, whichever it may be, and kind of just move on to the next one.
Nice.
Very simplified, but that's kind of all you need.
Down $50, facing humiliation on the stream again.
You should absolutely add a second and even a third contract. Do it.
Okay, fine, Jay. Here we go.
I'm joking. I don't even have my stuff.
Here you go. One for Jay. And then Jay is... I'm going to ask Jay for an e-transfer.
For an e-transfer.
The Canadian shitcoins.
Fuck that is, dude.
That's
Yeah,
it. That's the
actually really funny.
Canadian shitcoin transfer. That's what it is. I'm not looking for anything crazy. I'll be just happy with 25 over here.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh god, the delta is so shit right now, and that's kind of a good thing, because if flips positive, then I'm probably gonna make some money on this. Too much selling. Jay probably gave a good fill.
Oh, and I told you to add? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking for 25 on this. I should.
think his superpower when it comes to trading is that I don't give a fuck. I'm 100% capable of turning off this game if I win or if I lose. Like half the time that
Yeah,
I'm here on Twitter, like I might not even have my stuff open.
that's pretty special, man.
If I make my money, I have no problem walking away. You know.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm taking the J1 off. We have our 2 left.
This is, you know, and this again goes back to the thing that I was talking about. How you may not have an edge that presents itself every day. Therefore, there's no reason to sit and watch every day. You know, especially next week is going to have a lot of weird market mechanics with FOMC happening and the contract rollover. Some people, you might just want to take next week off. You know.
Yeah, I'm thinking of actually
there's
doing
no
it just
shame
with the roll and Fed, and like the big week I had. I'm just thinking like next week I'm gonna just trade like couple micros and just like I don't know, try to make $1,000 and not like risk the farm next week, because probably on 2 micros shit's gonna be like if I'm right, I'm gonna make the money I'll probably intended to make anyway.
There'll be better setups, man.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
There's no shame, because a part of trading is swinging at things that are within your circle of competence, and when things are outside of your circle of competence, you ought not to swing.
Yeah.
Right. So if you recognize that the market regime is not to your liking, then simply don't play it. And this is the issue that I have with, you know, everyone on Twitter who seems to make a lot of money every single fucking day, and it's like, okay, it's not possible, because not every day is the same, and not every day is going to be conducive to your edge, you know. So whatever. Because like, okay, so you had an issue with squeeze metrics, right?
Who?
Jingle, you.
No, I'm just like fucking around with him. I don't give a fuck about anybody. I just like
No, not him as a person, but I mean like the dicks thing, right?
oh, I just like make fun of it. It's not I don't know it's right or
It
wrong.
was
Yeah.
telling you to buy the dip, right?
I don't know, like I haven't like researched it any properly, just read some of the stuff he posts, but I just know like he says like if it's like high for like a certain amount of time, probably shows accumulation, and probably after the accumulation is over, the market's likely to move higher than lower.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that was proven to work for
Yeah.
the last like 2 years or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
You know? That, and like that's his data set. And then we just had the last 2 months, and
Yeah.
this phenomenon was
Fell
presenting
apart.
itself, and
Yeah.
and the market wasn't going up. okay, well, that edge may have just dissipated.
Yeah.
You know, just because it worked in one market, when the market regime changes, it's not necessarily going to mean that it's going to persist, or, continue to work.
Yeah.
And that's all it is, right? Is that you basically just want to use shit until it doesn't work, and then don't stick around when it stops working. And that's kind of it. Otherwise, you just end up bleeding to death via paper cuts. But not saying that Squeeze Metric's work is bad. Like, his work is obviously good. It's just, when
you just can't rely on something to work, and when it doesn't work, you have to get out fast. That's the thing. Like, if you just buy something on Dix and that thing is not working, and you see like the tape fucking like DOM melting down, like, you know what, it's not a good idea to bet on something like that you have no idea about how it works.
To the vols,
yeah,
like when you start talking about vols and stuff like that, because there are days or like stretches where all of these guys, depending on what market regime we're in, is spot on. Like, there was a time period, I think in like 2021, where Sam Carson was correct on literally everything.
Yeah,
the guy just didn't miss. You know what I mean? He was like Steph Curry. Like, he just didn't miss for like 2 months. And then the regime changed and he fell off a little. And then Squeeze Metrics is more accurate, So it's just like the edge definitely changes depending on the regime.
Yeah.
And so that's just something that everyone should be a little bit cognizant of.
Yeah, especially like when you get the masses on board to think like that's something that works, it's probably like it's gone. It's already been taken care of by the market. So if you like in 2022, everybody kind of thinks that they can buy the dip. It was over. I don't need that stops. I scaled out.
Adam,
looking shit. I'm gonna.
When you're identifying intraday levels, do you solely look at previous day volume profile, or does the weekly volume profile factor in?
I prefer looking at recent action over weekly. What's
now,
your
is that
take on that?
Including the overnight?
Very much discounted, and there has to be some clear signaling of interesting activity in the overnight. But for the most part, I gather levels from strictly RTH.
That's fair.
Talk about, Adam, your professor said about your class. How's that going? How's that experience been?
Yeah. Okay, so yes, I have opened up a class introducing order flow. Instead of choosing the DOM, I opted to choose the footprint, and that's just because I find it easier to blend, traditional indicators like candlesticks to a footprint where you can historically look back and view information. I think that's a great tool. How the class is going? Yeah, so I picked up the footprint just because I needed something to document. I needed help journaling my trades. I had difficulty, like whether it's screenshotting instantly or recording. There's a lot of feed. I just wanted something to help me document better. So like, there's statistical information around my execution. And that led me to reopening or revisiting the footprint, and in which I've, found repeating
patterns,
principles that I pretty much, it's my own systematic way. Like Jay has his signals. I often use those signals to help me, but in terms of conditions for me to want to trade, I've pretty much derived my own formula just from the footprint, and that's helped my trading tremendously.
Nice.
And so I ended up opening this class. I teach those principles, and it's pretty much a great way to get introduced to order flow too. So like I said, it's not as intimidating as a live DOM, and I think it's going well. I got way more students than I thought. I thought
nice. That's nice.
I thought I was gonna get just a handful, and we'd hang out and just kind of go on from there. It ended up exploding. I have a ton of support, and it means a lot to me.
Yeah, it shows the demand, right? How many people want to get into this?
Yeah.
And willing to learn and put in the work.
Yeah. I didn't want, this massive group. Yeah, I was expecting a small turnout. It ended up being a lot bigger, and I wanted to make sure that it stays tight, and that just kind of keeps teaching a accommodatable, I guess if that's the word I want to use. You know, it's more personal. I could connect with the class,
Yeah.
and with the users. I don't mind answering the DMs, etc. But I've received a ton of support. I'm very happy with the group I've got, and I've received a bunch of positive feedback, so I'm super hyped. You know, it's not by any means a signals course or like a signals room or whatever you want to call it. It's nothing like the current subs. I'm spending hours on this thing. It's my little.
I know
baby.
it's a lot of work, right?
I'm up until like 4 a.m. man, just getting content out for these guys, and yeah.
Wow.
You're
pretty
such
much all
a
I gotta
nicer
say.
person than I am.
Yeah, he's
just a nicer
he
today,
is
which is
nicer.
better.
You're such
Yeah.
a nice person.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you go out of your way for these people. Like, good for
I
you,
mean,
man.
I wanted to set an example, pun intended, where like
I'm
you know,
actually surprised.
you and I traded, you know, a year and a half ago, and there was nobody sharing anything.
Yeah.
Are we expected to just like take these guys' calls blind, without knowing their reason, without knowing the system, etc.?
Yeah.
And the biggest thing we had were clues on tweets from Tick. You know,
Yeah.
I needed to.
Yeah.
I wanted to, I guess, be a figure and supply the things I wish I had when I started. And that's,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not boasting or pushing or shilling this class. Like, I'm not opening the doors again. Sorry, but the reason I put this together is to facilitate what I.
Yeah, it helps out a lot of
government.
people, right?
Dude, we spent like months reverse engineering people and trying to figure it out. You know, it was yeah. I guess if you can save somebody that time for, you know, what the fuck is
Wouldn't
what
give
the
me.
fuck is like $300? You know, who the fuck cares?
I spent way more in myself fucking going through hours and days of reverse engineering. And like, honestly, the fucking class, whoever participates on the trading floor at least, has well made over, you know, tuition costs within the first day. Like, I had one of the best 2 weeks I've ever had.
I think I got stopped out at the low. It better down tick once. I'm gonna cry. I am going to cry if that's the low. Like, please take it out, motherfuckers.
Hilarious.
I've sold it once. I've done it once. I just cannot take it a second time. If this doesn't like hit 1175 again, I'm gonna cry. 1150. Come on, go hit it. Oh. Yeah, finally. That's okay, acceptable to me. Just don't bury me at the last day. Anyway, I had no clue where the market's gonna go, but still, like, we were able to make some money on that trade, NQ and MES, even though it's like, I don't know, $30. But yeah, we didn't get our rip to 42.38 to short. Neither did we get 42.25 to, you know, cover our longs. So there you have it. Market's gonna do what's gonna do. Go fuck yourself. You taking any trades, Adam, today? Last 10 minutes.
No, I'm not taking any more now. I was trying to fade you, honestly. I took like 4 break evens. It's in my chat.
Oh God, are you serious, man? You do that to me?
I did.
That's okay. That is okay.
But going to close, I don't recommend anyone entering here.
Yeah, last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm actually really surprised that you got as many people as you did to sign up for the course. I definitely did. I have a lot less faith in humanity. Like, I think a lot of people just want, you know, buy here, sell here, blah blah blah. The fact that you got as many people as you did who are actively willing to participate and learn is pretty cool.
Hey man, I think it's an accomplishment. I love it. You know, I love interacting with these guys.
Okay, Seth, if you don't mind asking, how big is this at university?
It doesn't matter. It's tight.
Nah,
You know,
that's nice.
I'm happy with the fams I got.
Is it gonna be like are you gonna keep the students that you have and keep them teaching them something else if they want to, or is it like just gonna be, you know, kind of one-time thing? Let's just do the footprint and reassess how people feel.
It's a one-time thing.
Okay.
You know, I made precedents that I'm closing the doors. I'm not intending to like start a sub thing like this. It's
Yeah.
Too much work.
You know, like there's plenty of people wanting to come in late, and I said no, and that's only to respect the people that came in first.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
just to keep the knowledge gap from getting skewed even larger. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, you know, if you came in on Monday, you knew, and then if you came in on Monday and then Wednesday comes in and new people come in, you're already 2 days behind. By the time it gets
Yeah.
to Friday, you're going to be a week behind. I'm not going to like weigh down the rest of the education just because you came in late.
So funny. You're so funny. You're giving people a fucking syllabus and shit, and you're like,
There's a
you
class,
are not
man.
in this
There's
class,
order to
like-
this.
Oh
Dude,
god.
if we're on week 3 of the syllabus and your ass is trying to play catch up, your first assignment was due 10 days ago, okay?
Adam's morals are way fucking too high for this business.
I'm very strict, man. Like
Adam's
I'm strict on
morals are
stops.
too
I
too
eat
good.
those stops. I'm strict on closing doors. I must have had like, you know, 50% more applicants the weekend I closed it, and I denied all of them. Like, you're not coming in. I gave plenty of
fuck
warning.
yourself,
I live by the rules, you know.
I'm gonna
So-
I'm gonna open up a plagiarized like Twitter handle under Adam Set's name now. Oh fuck! There's so much demand under this guy's name. I can probably sell like it to half those people, and you know whatever. Actually, I think you might be a good guy to actually real time do the actual buy this and sell that shit. You know, making calls with your
I mean,
execution style.
Okay. I don't want to advertise it. You know, I share my thoughts quite live and execution. I don't want it to be like a norm or an expectation, but like, if I have confidence in something, I'm going to share it.
Nice. Yeah, it's great, and just to say, like, one thing about the footprint is, if you really understand how that works, you kind of basically understands most things about the market. You know the auction system, how it works. So the same profiles, like market being fractal in nature, like if you understand one thing, you kind of understand all of it.
Oh shit.
In-
Jingle just
I mean-
pulled that out of his asshole, dude. The
I know
market
that's a
being
J
fractal
line
in
from way
nature,
back when.
Jesus.
Fractal in nature.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my
You know,
God.
a lot of my lessons end up having the same titles, and the really cool thing is that was intentional because the market has the same repeating patterns. All the
That's
time,
right,
and
yeah.
It's your edge when you can identify them first and execute around that.
Yes, that's
And,
right.
I like, you know, I'm a big fan of order flow. I use the DOM.
I always kept a footprint with me. I know
Yeah.
you didn't keep it in the starting, but you came back to it. You liked it a lot. Fade didn't use it, but I always like kept it. Like, you know what? I don't even know what the fuck this is, but I'm gonna keep watching it on a side thing. Maybe something clicks. I mean, that's how you do it. If you don't know something, you just put that thing in front. That's why I put like fucking crude bullshit in front of me. Like, you know what? Maybe I traded, maybe I not, but I'm gonna keep watching it.
I mean, the biggest. Okay, so these aren't my words. I'm just simply reiterating them. But the DOM helps you execute. You know, there's no faster, quicker way to feel the market out than viewing a DOM.
Yeah.
I find that the footprint provides confidence because it's historically viewing what you have seen on the DOM.
Yeah.
It kind of keeps you straight. You know, you get shaken out a lot, but seeing the evidence, the trails of whoever you're playing with
Yeah.
on the print keeps your head on straight. And then then personally, I use the profile for context and structure.
Yeah. DOM doesn't give
Can't get
you
all three of them from one, but
Yeah.
combining those tools together
Is
you
powerful.
have a pretty good idea of how to execute your plans.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's just the DOM is just the right now, right? What's happening between the last 4 or 5 prices? It's just the footprint gives you a more. It's a log of all that stuff which happened in the past as well. So, yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. I'm pretty sure people would love it. It's a good tool to use, but it's not necessary. But like if you know how to use it and you use it, and some people use it, some don't. But like, yeah, if the people who know how to use it, it's definitely a useful tool. Like you traded without the footprint for a while, and still you were doing fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I getting statistics behind my trades was the reason I revisited it, and now that I'm a stronger order flow player, I really appreciate what it has to offer.
Yeah.
There's so much power in data.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
In data. That's it. That's probably the biggest regret that I have in regards to.
Jay, you gotta teach us something about like the analytics part of it, like trading, like how to backtest shit and stuff like that. You need to like do a tutorial for us plebs, We're just like shooting
I can have my
from the
bot
hip.
do it.
Yeah.
I don't do any of my back testing, right? I go to him, I tell him some bullshit. He tells me if it works or not, and it's completely up. I mean, Adam has seen the creative process between me
Everybody
and the
needs a
guys that I
quant
work
best
with.
friend.
Yeah. You've seen the creative process, bro. It is
So
not that impressive. I just like I literally I say, hey, XYZ, here's a bunch of examples.
do this.
And then do this. And then he goes, this is genius or this sucks, And like I work with this guy named Usual Whale. He works at Facebook. He was one of like the Nope founding developers, not the Nope system that was publicly pushed to people, but like the private book that we ran with Lily that got funded. And he's one of the smartest people I've ever met. And then the other person that I work with is Casey. He literally works on fucking rockets for a living, just a genius. He's the guy who does all the volatility tools. So between the three of us, it's just I give them the idea, they kind of bounce the math off of each other, and then we either have something that works or something that doesn't work. And they do all the back testing, they do all that stuff. I can talk to them about doing a little tutorial on how to backtest their stuff, but I don't think that they use any particular platform to do it. To my knowledge, they kind of make their own backtests, like in Python or whatever. I don't know. You're talking to the wrong guy. Yeah. Like I said, I think that there is a huge need for a kind of plug and play Lego version of backtesting in trading.
Yeah. Where you can enter, right, what kind of trades you're taking. It shows you something in a presentable manner, which is actually actionable.
Like that's something that I think, given funding and stuff like that, that the team that I work with could actually build. Because like once you have the data, from like DX feed or something like that, and you pay for like 5 years of historical tick data or something like that, you can easily, I mean, I say easily, I don't know the first fucking thing about coding, but in theory, like in my head, it kind of makes sense that you can make something that's plug and play to backtest, but I'm sure it's much harder than I perceive it to be because it hasn't been done yet, right?
It sounds like a great idea. I want to take part in this project.
Yeah, we probably need like 2 million or 3 million in seed capital and a bunch of other bullshit. Dude, the real genius, if you were to ever develop a platform like this, is that you would have access to everyone's backtests and then you just rip the smartest shit. Like
that's a great idea, Mr. User 5782221.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You're so funny, Jay.
Dude, our strategies are locally sourced from our clients, okay? Jeez.
From farm to table, truly.
NQ looks like it's heading for like 200 again.
I actually had 05 as a level, but that was yesterday.
Which one? 05. Oh.
05, yeah.
I'm 97, I'm 98 to try a scalp if I want to. And I don't know.
Jingle by the close.
Oh.
And then if you see somebody backtesting some idea like Jingle that always loses, you just inverse it.
Go fuck yourself, Jay. Go fuck it. Don't make me throw you out of this call.
I'm gonna have a meeting after this call.
I'm pretty sure if you start fading me now, you're gonna blow up. Like bad.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is a disgusting close.
Are they gonna try 13200? Like that shitty close that we have.
Hey boys, would you guys think it's possible to spot strength and weakness without the use of the DOM?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, you can probably do it through the footprint or just volume profile, depending on how much data you can get on your volume profile. You can probably get a good idea. Like if you don't really need the DOM, like I mean, you can recreate it through the footprint. Like or just volume profile. Like if you could get the volume profile displayed
Yeah.
and the number of trades and the delta displayed, you can get a really good idea of what the tape looked like down there, you know.
I'm gonna like risk the $40 I have on this shitty trade. Oh god. Wish me luck, guys. 98.
98 what?
I'm trying to buy it if it gets there.
You are the literal Goofy meme.
Whatever.
Goofy, he's like,
I'll do it again.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, God bless you, Jingle.
Yeah, you know, it's stream, you know, what the fuck. How am I closing the stream green? Like I'm up like $30. How? Must give back.
What did Brad say? Brad said 4184. He told me that 4184.
Go fuck yourself, bro. You're never getting that fill. Watch Jingle like get filled and fly, bitch. Woo!
It's bottom tick, Jingle. You should have been on ES.
Boo! Wee! Here we go. Risk-free trade, as we say. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it. Go fuck yourself. I'm keeping it. I'm Adam Sex.
Only one Jingle.
Only one Jingle does it
Only one
live.
Jingle.
Boom. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna be mean, bitch.
8 points. Let's go, dude.
Honestly, this guy fucks.
That's actually so impressive.
Boom. Jay talking about you need quant this and Jingle fucking like doing it himself all on his own.
Knifes it
Yeah.
manually.
Actually amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna close it. Go fuck yourself.
I love Jingle.
Yay! Oh, we made what?
Open at 42.60.
$95 now.
He's gonna complain that he didn't hold it.
He's
Nah.
gonna complain then and go.
Nah, I'm not gonna complain. I know I'm a piece of shit, and that if I just like do this like 10 times, it's better than like I know I'm not gonna hold it for 80 points.
My favorite part about Jingle is that he doesn't believe in trailing stops.
Nah.
Or anything of the sort. He's either in or he's out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Like even me buying that in cubes like 350s, like the thing which I have improved, I would say the most in the last in this year has been like quickly realizing like that bullshit that you're looking at support has turned to resistance, or that shit that you're looking at resistance has turned support, and that happens like the same day, right? So that's the hard thing to do. Like even today, like right now I'm looking at 358. I bought that. It gave a couple bounces. I took one off. I kept one in. And then like I see just a little bit of consolidation coming below that level. I know like if I'm in, that has to just like kiss me and fuck off. But if just like it comes down, like start fucking around, you know, I think like, you know what, you know, this may turn into resistance, just fuck off. And I dodged. Like if I would have just like held it, I would have rode that thing all the way down like 50 points. So that's, I think, now even now, like changing the bias, like now if the price gets to 358, I'm 355, I'll like look to scalp it the other way. So, I mean, yeah, it's just practice. Sometimes it works, sometimes I get fucked, but like just working on it, you know. Anyway, Jingle, my spirit animal. E-mini bottom tick Jingle. I did it. I bottom ticked that shit.
You bottom ticked it.
Wow.
Must not realize new contract print 4189s. Who's on the new contract? Nobody.
Yeah, it hit me, and you talk about Brad. I was like, I just see that fucking tail on that NQ as like, don't
really
come
wanna
back.
Say, welcome back, Brad. I missed you, man.
Here's it, 41.98. I bought the bottom, and this is something.
I don't miss that kid at all.
I missed him the most.
Brad can get bent, dude. Go get bent.
I ask him my opinion or his opinion on my trade, and he leaves me on a red for 2 weeks.
Dude, I told him to bet his life savings on Colby Covington in the UFC fight, and he never got back to me.
Could have been rich.
I think this week in this quarter would be the biggest green candle closing at the highs for me. Like
On P&L?
yeah, like no fucking wick at the top.
Congratulations, dude. That's so exciting.
I've had a couple of times where I had these kind of weeks, just a little bit on the wick, and then I have like next 3 weeks as kind of the next one would be the bearish engulfing, and the next two would be trend continuation. I'm like, oh fuck, man, how do I do this to myself? How do you fucking make I don't know 10 grand in 2 weeks and lose it in 2 days? I just don't know. Like, and that.
What's your daily loss like?
What's
your loss limit?
I don't know, man.
End of the day.
Like, I'll just share a simple method that I was working that I can probably like do it in terms of sizing and stops. I'm like, for the day, whatever the 2 hour candle, the average true range is in terms of points, that's the maximum points I can lose in that day. If I hit that, I'm out of there. Like right now, the 2 hour candle has 29 points. So throughout the day, I can lose 29 points, and if I hit that, I should not trade again. Should not. Okay, that's the new rules. And then the next part comes is like, okay, how much money if I lose, I'm okay with I won't cry if I lose. Okay, so that number is about $800. So if I can lose $800 and not cry like a bitch. So from that, I know I'm allowed to lose $800 over 30 points. So I'm trading 5 micros that day. That's how I'm approaching my risk management these days.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so depending upon if this range was less, I can like move to 7 contracts. If this range was low on the end, then I'll probably move to like bigger ones. But I should not be losing like a fucking 2 hours candles average range worth of points in a single day of trading. That's what I'm trying to do. And then you just like, I assign a number, whichever I'm comfortable losing, if I was to lose, I won't cry like a bitch, and then just try to do it over and over again. And then I know that I'm not really good at holding till my targets. I'm going to be, I have a good system in which like where I enter and exit, market does go in my favor, where I should not be losing money at least. And it's about, I know if I'm set out to lose $800, I think my risk reward is I should try and make $800 too or more, 1.5 or 1 hour. But if I end up making, let's say 550, I'm okay with that and keep on doing over, because due to my emotional bullshit, I'm not able to hold my trade till my target. But the risk reward on that trade was probably even better than that. So it's just about improving the execution from there.
Just don't watch.
Yeah.
That's my biggest recommendation. So
yeah.
I'll leave you with that because I got a jet. But I think I've had my best performance because I am not caught up in the micro movements of the market.
Yeah, I do that too much.
Guiding this class, like I'm occupied on Discord answering questions, and I can, I was already pretty good at executing my plan. Like, those plans like pivot, longs, 2 shorts, 2 whatever. If it reverses, take it to the next level.
Yeah, you hold it, I get out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've started to
get caught up at like any blip opposite to your direction.
Yeah.
Or you'll shake yourself out, or you'll move up your stops, and that's just limiting your RR. If you have a plan and you have a level protecting it, and it's proven through market generated information. Yeah. There's no reason for you to get shaken out.
So I'll just give you example. Like I put out like I had a pivot at 41.48 2 times, and both time when the market hit, both fucking times it bounced 100 points, and I wasn't even long like 3 micros in there, and I was like shitting myself, like, you know what, why the fuck do you not do that? And then I've just like learned to just like keep repeating whatever the shit I'm doing, because I enter at a good places. It's okay if I'm exiting a little bit too early, but it's just about the thing I'm limiting right now is not trading every fucking move all the day. Just do it like 2-3 times. Like today I didn't want to trade, and I'm closing at like $307. That's fine. So and I was not trading at all today. So that's kind of it. Like just like keep getting those small wins, 300, 400, 600, even though like, okay, you ideally want to make 1200, 1500 compared to what you're risking, but that risk reward is really different. Like if your entry is so good, then probably your risk is not as you think it is. It's not $800. It's less than that. So that's very.
Said he made $300 without even wanting to trade today.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, I want to say something. I want to say that the secret to trading, okay, is to lose your ass so many fucking times and keep coming back every single time until you can make $300 a day without planning to. Okay? Only one jingle.
Oh God. Oh God.
That's the secret.
I loved it today. Just we had like two of my besties here, and that bottom take. That's something I'll take from here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
no better way to end it.
Yeah,
Jingle accidentally, unintentionally bottom ticked and made money on a day he wasn't planning to. The end.
Oh God.
Only one jingle. All right, I'm out of here.
Okay, guys. Thanks for coming in. We'll probably do this again.
Ciao.
Okay, thank you, guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Probably do one next week or something. Stay tuned. And if you guys are here, you're not subscribed, please do so. Thanks for coming.